Welcome back to another episode of Playing Along with Social Hazard. Today's song of the day is going to be Imitation. Imitation is actually the first song that I wrote, and I wrote it before I even knew how to play an instrument. And I kind of worked out the melody in my head, how I wanted it to go. It's a funk song. I didn't really care for the way that it all turned out in the studio, but you know, you get what you get. So if you know how to play Ladies Night by Kool and the Gang, then you're going to have a real good time with the song because you already kind of know the fundamental premise of how that song works. And you're going to have your guitar tuned down to E flat, and you're going to have your capo way up here on the 9th fret. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause you some tuning problems, right? So you want to make sure that your guitar is extra in tune up at the headstock, but you're also going to want to make sure to fine tune it once you get your capo on. So this song is really hard to do live. If you don't have like a separate guitar for it, it's going to cause you a lot of slow down time trying to tune your guitar for this. But it's a cool song. I'm going to start with my, my third finger here on the D string on the 2nd fret, and I'm just playing 2 strings at a time, and I'm pulling off. Right, that's it. Hit that low E, and then, and what this is, I've got my 2nd finger on the 14th fret of the low E, and I've got my 1st finger on the 13th fret of the A, and I'm going to slide it back and forth to the 12th. Right, shake it a little, give it some vibrato. And that's all I'm doing. That's it. And then I'm going to come down here and play an E minor. But I'm not going to play all the way through. I'm just going to play pretty much the top 2 strings, but I want to set myself up for what comes next. So I got E minor, 2nd fret, the A string, 2nd finger, third finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Play a G. Right, G, I've got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. I've got my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret here of the A, and I got my pinky back here on the 3rd fret of the high E. Okay. We'll transition to a bar chord A. Just lay my whole 2nd finger down across the 2nd fret. Just pulling off, right? Just got stuck there. If you can bend there, right? Your 2nd finger on the B string on the 2nd fret. On an electric guitar, your strings might be loose enough to bend depending on what you use. Otherwise, you're going to move up here to the 13th fret. Again, same thing. I might bend there if I can. If I can't, I'm just going to slide up. Okay? So I've got my 3rd finger on the high E string on the 12th fret. And I'm bringing it down to the 12th fret of the B string. And we're sliding up to the 14th fret. Shake it. And you're back to the beginning. And that's the whole riff right there, right? So you know the riff part now. And then for the chord part, for the verse part, E minor again, G, A, and then C. C, we're going to have our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to have our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and then we're going to have our 1st finger here on the B string on the 1st fret. up on it too. Occasionally, you're going to bring your pinky in here, sandwich it in on the B string on the 3rd fret. It's easier to do on electric guitar, but that's that verse part, okay? And you pretty much now know how to play the whole song, so let's run through it. Notice I went from E minor to A there. Imitation. Da, 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 da. I hear people every day imitating everything they see other people do. And I see all these people now doing what they want to do. I feel a generation trying to break free, but nothing's happening. Person just drops into the crowd. I hear music every day that's just as plain as the last one. Musicians consumed within their scene. I'm everything I am, and everything I am is nothing. 'Cause maybe by changing, that makes me sane. Never be the same and 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 never play the scene and never let them take you away. And that's it. Now you know how to play Imitation, the song that you never wanted to know how to play, but now you do.